Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to the 10 at 10 for February 25th of 2025. Guys, weather report. When we're filming this, it's cold out here if you wonder why we're dressed like this.
Y'all, we're going to talk about 10 of the 20 trees getting listed today on today's 10 a.m. Listing. Y'all, we're going to be another 10 in that email. You can check it out on MrMaple.com. Let's get started today with Easter palmatum, Benny Kamachi.
This one is a fun one, guys. I love this one's growth. It has a very irregular leaf shape and all the color that you love with something like Benny Mako, but in a very irregular leaf form. You really get this contorted, more crunched up leaf that's really extra. I think it has a variegated appeal to it, but it's also very interesting for that spring blaze of pink.
I mean, for someone who's into bonsai, texturally, this one's very interesting, but gives you the same color, like you said, a Benny Mako or DeSojo. It's going to give you some amazing spring color out there. Then go to some nice bronzes during the summer, then some greens, some of that red new growth. Then you get some that fuchsia purple red fall color, an amazing selection. Y'all, we got some of these listing today. Jump on them quick because they're going to go fast.
Tends to grow a little shorter and a little denser than Benny Mako. So for this one, typically more like 5 to 6 foot, more of a more rounded globe shape as it fills out. Really nice. I think you're going to love the foliage on this one. The texture is really nice to pair with other Japanese maples because it's very unique in the garden. I know Tim's going to say pair this with something like Summer Gold, but guys, I think Irene for a good pairing with this one.
I mean, either any of the yellows, Golden Falls, that make a great companion plant with this as well. Different texturally with its weeping habit. An amazing, dynamic, really just bright, outrageous color in the garden, and that's what makes these gardens flashy and interesting. Y'all, grab you a Benny Kamachi.
Tim mentioned this one for bonsai, but this would also be excellent in a container because of that rounded, smaller shape. You can keep this one in a container for a good while. I think it would be a really dope bonsai as well. Grab your Benny Kamachi today. All right, y'all, let's bring back a fan favorite, a spring fan favorite, a Makawa fan favorite. We're bringing back Mystic Makawa, y'all.
Yeah, Mystic Makawa. It's a bright orange, compact, slow-growing Makawa form that just gives you some dynamic spring color as well. This one's probably going to be the hottest item on today's 10 at 10. You better grab them while they're in stock.
Guys, they're definitely going to sell out today pretty quick. You know, a lot of these Makawa types will sell out by 10:01 even. So be ready. You can always check out, go back and add things to cart later. Let our office know. We can combine those for you. This one is going to sell out pretty quickly. You know the deal on this one. Even on eBay, sometimes these will go for several $100s in a 1 gallon. We've got them priced very reasonable for you here today on the 10 at 10. For all those skeptics that think they're not coming back to the 10 at 10, here they are today, just in time for spring. Great looking plants, guys. Great looking set of these. I think you're going to love it. One of the very best orange Makawa Yetsubusa forms, Mystic Makawa. I think you guys are going to love it. Most of you guys are familiar with it. It's going to be a little bit of a race today. We do have a good size set, but they will not last long. All right, bro, what do we got next?
Guys, we got a white pine. We got Catherine Elizabeth.
Love this one, guys. Pinus parviflora, Catherine Elizabeth. 2 to 3 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet wide. Absolutely beautiful. I think you're going to love this one. Parvifloras, they kind of bring it for that Japanese aesthetic for me.
Yeah, I mean, this one has that Japanese aesthetic, but in a dense, compact form. So it's going to be a little bit tighter and denser than many of your other Pinus parva selections. Super slow growing, great for containers, great for that small space in the garden you're wanting an evergreen.
This is the sellout 10 at 10. This one's been very popular when we've listed it before. There's going to be a few more items you're going to see today. They tend to go quick, so if you're after Catherine Elizabeth, grab one of these. Very popular conifer for us when it hits the 10 at 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's got those short needles, that good kind of blue kind of color that many of the Japanese white pines can provide out there in the landscape and garden as well. And the dense, compact form makes it very unique than many of your other Pinus parvifloras. I mean, you normally don't have it so tight and dense on these Japanese white pines.
Love it. Grab you one today. Somebody must have had some divine inspiration when naming this plant.
Yeah, it was actually found by Will Divine. Y'all, it's a compact Deodar Himalayan cedar. Compact form, got some good blue color. That's the same person that brought us Easter palmatum, Will's Divine as well.
Guys, we're bringing out Divinely Blue if we hadn't said it already.
Yeah, I mean, amazing compact Himalayan cedar that fits in small places and gives you some good blue color.
I love the shades on this one. This pairs well with lace leaves, pairs well really with anything. You're going to get that frosted blue aesthetic to it, smaller, more compact habit to it, typically 5 to 6 foot, very dense conical shape to it. Absolutely love it. I've seen this in some high heat gardens down south. I've even seen this. I know Barbie Colvin has a beautiful specimen of this in her garden.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something that's going to go in those higher heat settings, the cedruses are fantastic, especially the Cedrus deodorus. We're talking about a zone 7 through 11 plant. Now, that's not necessarily the heat zones, but that's the cold rating zones. But it does perform well in those super high heat settings, which is really impressive. Y'all, if you're looking for an evergreen in those hotter zones, try a Cedar Deodora today.
Yeah, Divinely Blue. Going to look great in a container, but you could also get this one out in the ground. It's one of the best ways to add blue to the landscape. Guys, we are bringing back a classic from Buckholtz Nursery. We're bringing back Acer Palmatum Rainbow.
I mean, you can see the swirling in the bark. That means they're going to have some good variegation. You've got a red leaf with bright pink variegation, that baby pink. I mean, dynamically, it's one of the most interesting Japanese maples.
Cue the Judy Garland. We could play, the Hawaiian guy too. You can play Somewhere Over the Rainbow. You can play that a little bit while you're planting your rainbow in your garden. Many people's favorite Japanese maple for its color pattern. It is an electric pink on red, dark red foliage, big leaves to it. Absolutely love it. I remember visiting Buckholtz when this was the newest thing, and I had a friend, I won't name him, but Talon, he likes to cut the sign wood and drop it down. And I had a friend try to Willy Wonka me. He said, Matt, here's some sign wood on rainbow. You don't even have this yet. And I said, I'm not going to take it. It wouldn't be right. And that's how we got the golden ticket to get Buckholtz Nursery.
It's kind of funny. Part of those stories is true. They did try to get us. Someone did try to get us to take some rainbow, but
you are.
But we're too conscientious. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that.
I'm not touching it. I'll wait till he gives it to me.
And then now we ended up buying Buckholtz Nursery. So crazy.
Talon's gonna come in now and sing Pure Imagination right now.
But rainbow, amazing. It's one of the most colorful and unique Japanese maples because you have that dark red leaf that's really large. That pink variegation is dynamically different. It's one of the most interesting variegated Japanese maples because of the contrast between the dark red leaf and the pink variegation. Late summer, it can get to a little bit of white variegation on that as well. If you see any branches that are completely red, we do recommend pruning those out. This is one that you do want to prune for the best variegation, not necessarily for the best shape.
Thought I'd watch the original Willy Wonka because my kids are 3, 6, and 8. That thing is terrifying. I was like, hey, you better quit rustling around and watching too much TV or we'll kill you. We'll murder you. We'll turn you into a blueberry and you'll die.
That's crazy. They had to like de-juice them.
My favorite part of the film, though, was the weird ride when you go through the thing that was like a chicken getting its head cut off for no reason. Yeah. Terrifying. Like, what is this kid show?
Y'all, right. Rainbow might just be our second most popular tree on the 10 at 10, but next to the Mystic Makawa. It will sell out quickly today.
Great sizes.
Yeah, great sizes. Grab you one today.
Take yourself on a Willy Wonka magical tour with Rainbow. It's cold. All right, let's bring back another Picea pungens, Ruby Teardrops. This is a dwarf Colorado blue spruce. Going to work zones 3 through 7. Give you some incredible new growth.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most popular conifers that we list. So it's going to sell out really quick today.
I keep saying that.
I know.
There's a lot of good conifers today, though. This is a conifer-centric 10 at 10.
Now, this one has some new growth to it. And on the new growth, you have those sort of like purple ruby, like really kind of like ruby weird color.
Dark maroon almost.
Yeah. And you get that new growth that's so colorful over top of the colorful needles of the Colorado blue spruce. So it's a win-win. And then you get the compact form. I mean, it would have been an awesome selection if it was just for its compact form alone and its good blue color, let alone you get those purple red cones on that new growth. It is a next level conifer. Great for those small spaces in that 3 to 4 feet by 3 to 4 feet. Easy tree to grow. Make sure you give it plenty of drainage.
It is a Colorado ruby spruce. Great for the container garden, great for the conifer garden, great for the trial garden. Compact, dense, guys. You're going to love this one. And you love, really one of the most showy. I mean, it is a blue spruce. You get that blue shades, but then you get that contrast going on within itself. That's really what makes the new growth look like little rubies all over. You get that glowing effect of that new growth over top of that blue hue. Super next level plant.
Grab you one today.
All right, guys, here's a little pro tip. You want to have a great winter garden? Get you one of these guys right here.
Yeah, Acer Palmatum Sir Damon has one of the brightest, most intense red barks of any of the coral barks. Give it some sunlight, and during the winter months, it will really intensify in those winter months. More red color than many of the other coral red barks.
Yeah, I would say one of the keys to this one is it's almost a pink red. So it's kind of a picked up. It's like, we think of Osakazuki being such a great fall color. It's like a pink red. That's what makes it even more electric. I would say Sir Damon has more of a pink red bark as well, which brings that color up. You definitely will notice a difference even side by side with Sengokaku. Great sizes in these. These are going to work zone 6 through zones 9. Typically around 10 to 12 foot in 10 years. Great grower. A little over a foot of growth a year. Beautiful color, though. We got a lot of nice conifers on here today. They pair great with some amazing conifers for winter interest.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a trifecta to put out there or a quadfecta with Aoyagi, Bihu, Winter Orange.
The quadfecta.
The quadfecta. The most interesting red bark selection to put out there with it, Sir Damon.
What about an oxfecta? You got to...
These aren't throwing in wildfire? No. Y'all, an amazing, super intense bark. During those winter months is really when this tree shines. It's got a great yellow fall color, some great green leaves during the spring and the summer. But in the winter months is when you're really going to look out there, and this tree is going to steal the show. You got your more boring drab winter, and then you've got the bright pink-red bark on this. It's super intense, and it's pretty awesome.
By the time you're watching this, it's already next week, and you're enjoying a less drab winter, because today it is cold. All right, let's bring back a fun mountain pine. We've got Pinus mugo Real Sparkler, bringing that fun yellow hue to the winter garden.
Yeah, it is an awesome variegated mountain pine. It's that Pinus mugo with that small, compact shape, 3x3 in 10 years. This is a selection that was found by Richard Hasselbacher, and it is really interesting. I mean, it has variegated needles, not just sectional variegation. So something like Pinus mugo Sunshine, that's sectional variegation where you get sections of a needle variegated. This one, entire needles will be yellow. It's extremely striking and really awesome spring, summer, and fall.
This one simply glows. You're going to love it in the landscape. You'll even get more of that yellow, sparkler effect going on as you get this one out in the ground. Really a showstopper in the winter. Smaller habit's going to make it fit in a lot of places. Another great conifer coming at you guys today.
Yeah, grab it, because this is one of those trees that we've offered in limited numbers before. We've got a little bit larger set, so hopefully they'll last a little bit longer, but they've went quick before. Make sure you grab one.
Coming back at you guys, we've got XLs and 1 gallons of Seho.
Man, these things are awesomely big. They got some great great new growth to them, lots of new growth. Y'all, Seho is that small leaf, super dense habit, and it's very vigorous at a young age, but it is a dwarf.
Yeah, we've got some awesome sizes. This one's actually an XL, that one's a 1 gallon. Great purple border on this one. You can see why we call it one of the quintessential plants for bonsai. Compact, dense habit, but it puts on a lot of growth from within. So it forms more of a small globe shape overall. Really small foliage as well. Just a fun tree to play with. I'm no bonsai expert, but I love putting this one in a big pot, just letting it do its thing.
Yeah, in the early spring when you get that multicolored effect of the green leaves with a little bit of a purple border to it, it is outstanding. The leaves are really small on the new growth, but during the summer, they can be even tinier. They can be smaller than my pinky's nail. I mean, it is really awesome and a fun little dwarf container plant, but like you said, be a great one for bonsai as well.
It's got really small pinkies as well. Awesome plant, whether you go for the ground or the container. Love Seho. Watch our very first video ever on Mr. Maple. It's Tim talking about Seho. Hey guys, we got an open house coming up soon. Tell them all about it, Tim.
Guys, April 5th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We've got an awesome event. It's our open house. People come from all over, and it's a fun time. We're going to have tons of cool Japanese maples, and there's always a lot of cool people as well. You're going to be there.
That's going to be April 5th from 8 to 4. You're going to want to be there. Tim's promised possibly a Jeopardy game.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek. Trebek. It's going to be Alex Trebek.
Oh, y'all, we're going to put together a Jeopardy game on site that day. It's going to be pretty fun.
Tim's promised to shave his face into a mustache.
No, I did not promise that. But we're going to have a fun time. And it's always one of those things where we try to bring in a food truck. We have a bunch of fun people. And it's fun just going around talking about trees with other people who enjoy this hobby that we all love. You're going to want to be there.
Keyword fun, you're going to be there. All right, guys, we've got, last but not least, some awesome Pinus thunbergii, Japanese black pines, some 3 gallons of Kotobuki.
Y'all, Kotobuki is an amazing Pinus thunbergii. This Japanese black pine gets about 6 feet in height by about 3 to 4 foot in width in 10 years. It's got this really nice upright habit and almost like very stoic in its presence.
Absolutely love this one, guys. Heat tolerant, real tough needle look to it. I love how dense and full it is. Already kind of bonsais itself out. Already kind of makes this nice pyramidal shape to it. Absolutely love it structurally. I think it makes, a real interesting structure, especially in the winter garden. When we need some bones going on to the garden, you need some structure to kind of lay the format out. This one kind of does that automatically. The shape of this is immaculate. I've seen it used in mass plantings. Talon Buchholz once used it where he put like 25 of them in a row on an entranceway. Really made a big impression. Absolutely fun plant to be growing.
Yeah, the short needles give it a unique texture. The dark green color is awesome as well. And Japanese black pines are easy to grow, especially in high heat settings where many other conifers don't really do that well. These do fantastic. They're very salt tolerant. They're heat tolerant. They're easy to grow. Y'all, you got some awesome size 3 gallons today.
I'd have to say maybe Pinus thunbergii may be my favorite pine species. I love it. I love the look of it. Absolutely immaculate. Grab you some nice instant gratification sizes of Kotobuki today.
Y'all, that's 10 of our 20 trees we're getting listed. You can check out the other 10 in the email, or you can go to MrMaple.com at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Take care.
God bless.
Have a great day.